Today we're talking about the social dilemma and ways that you can keep your identity private and safe from search engines and social media, and also to be less addictive to our smart devices. If you haven't watched the social dilemma, you should. But to kind of give you a recap of what the documentary is about, it talks about how social media and search engines are invading our private lives. Everything that you do on social media is being recorded. Same thing when you're using popular search engines such as Bing, Google, and Yahoo, recording those searches or our searches in order to build a better profile of us, thereby turning us into a product to be sold to large advertising companies out there. So obviously, I don't want that done, and I'm kind of forced to use social media to promote Integral and myself. And to kind of give you an idea of social media, that includes Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, Instagram, Twitter. I think I said Twitter, didn't I? Yeah. LinkedIn, and even YouTube and TikTok and Snapchat. Those are all considered social media. And a lot of people don't consider YouTube as a social media just for the simple fact that you're viewing videos. But it is considered social media because the algorithms that YouTube uses is the same algorithms that Facebook and other social media platforms use. They're all designed to feed you products or actually search results that are going to keep you plugged in to your devices in order to help build a better profile of you, in order to turn you into a better product to be sold to large companies that want to advertise on those social media platforms. So just think about all those times that you've done a search for something or even made a comment about something. And next thing you know, lo and behold, you're starting to get targeted ads for that product. That is the scary aspect of the social dilemma. And of course, the dilemma aspect of social dilemma is the simple fact that social media is a great way for us to stay in contact with family and friends, for us to build more meaningful relationships with our customers, and at the same time providing a source of entertainment to help keep us occupied, especially in this time of COVID. So I'm going to talk about 7 things that you can do in order to be less addicted to technology and, of course, to help keep your identity a little bit safe and secure on social media and online. So the first tip that I have is to become what I call a cyber liar. That's right, folks. You need to turn into Pinocchio and start lying about the stuff that you put online. Now, as an expert as myself, there are certain aspects of me that I want to be seen online. So I will use my full name and title on social media, as well as my company too. But at the same time, I'm not going to disclose my location or address or any of those other things. I'm going to keep that hidden. But when it comes to you, as far as becoming a cyber liar, it's important that you understand that you don't always have to put out your real name, address, phone number, email, etc., online. Create an online alias so that you can use that alias when you're online as your online persona, and also you can keep your personal details a little bit more private online. Some of the ways that you might want to cyber lie is when you're filling out that form that wants to know important information to reset your password, or when you're signing up for just online services or shopping services. Create an alias and put that information in as opposed to your real life information. So that way, companies can't build a profile of you and direct target you with advertising products. So become Pinocchio, folks. Become a cyber liar and make sure that you're keeping your personal information safe. Now, the second thing, and one of the most scariest prospects of the social dilemma, was the impact that it has on young minds. So it's my recommendation that you delay technology use to your kids for as long as possible. And many of you may not know this, or many of you may know this, but tech giants and tech experts really delay introducing their kids to technology just because of the addictive nature that technology has taken. Young minds aren't fully developed, so when they grasp technology, they're not able to let go as quickly as adults are. Our minds are get to a point where we can put off games or search engine results and thereby go and do something else, not allowing us to stay entwined or interactive with technology. But with younger minds, it's harder for kids to pull away from social media and games just because of the nature of how they're designed. They're designed to be addicting to both kids and adults. So if you can help it, and I know it's hard, delay the start of technology for your youngins. I love that, youngins, for as long as possible. Truth be told, the age that you should really introduce your kids to technology, according to the documentary, and of course from my personal experience, I would say 16 or 17 years of age. Now, I know most of you are like, bah, how can you say that? Well, if you are going to introduce technology to your kids, make sure it's the type of technology that's not going to keep them addicted and engaged, like games that aren't online, like say a Minecraft or a Fortnite or even a Roblox. Those games are designed to be endless and to keep kids engaged, especially Roblox, because you've got a variety of games that you can play on the Roblox network. Games that are offline are really good, that have a set beginning and an end, are good for kids to be introduced to. Educational games that are geared for education only, those are the types of tech that you want to introduce your kids to. Social media, you want to keep them off. It creates addiction. Also, it helps promote poor self-image. Teen suicide has risen because of the age of social media. So kids that are on social media are not only trying to impress their circle of friends that they interact with, but they're also trying to impress the whole world. So once you get them into that world of social media, it's kind of hard to get them out. So it's the best thing is to keep them off for as long as possible. Tip number 3, and this was discussed in a documentary, was to turn off all those alerts that are popping up on your smart devices, including your computer. Alerts in apps are specifically designed to have you pop in and check your phone or tablet or even your computer anytime that something pops up. And that it can become a problem because that's part of the addicting nature of technology, is to always keep you plugged in. So if you turn off those annoying distractions, you definitely can stop becoming more addicted to your devices. The alerts that you want to keep on are maybe, say, email alerts if you're a business owner. If you're an individual, trust me, email is going to sit in an inbox until you get to it. Other alerts that you want to keep engaged are your more critical alerts, not apps like social media, but maybe if you've got a smart home system or a Ring camera and you want to be able to be alerted anytime someone is at your front door, you definitely want to keep those alerts on so that you can monitor your smart home, but only those more important alerts to make sure that you're staying tuned in to what's going on in your home. Maybe alerts from family tracking devices to if you've got young kids, so that you can keep track of where they are so that your household can stay better connected. So my 4th tip is to surf the web anonymously and finally get to the part I like, where I can actually show the desktop and you can see what's going on. So surfing the web anonymously means to avoid those websites that track your location. So some of the ones that I will bring up are Google, Bing, and Yahoo. Let's see if I can spell Bing right, and just so that you can get an idea of how it's designed to keep you plugged in. So let's start with Yahoo, and we can switch to the desktop. There we go. So Yahoo, obviously you've got news, you've got videos, you've got all this stuff that's designed to keep you engaged. And as you can see from some of the content there, it's stuff that is considered clickbait, which allows you to actually click on whatever. Same thing with Bing. If you click on Bing, it's going to bring up content that allows you to click on stuff in order to keep you engaged. Same thing with Google. Google in itself is an endless hole that you can drop into, but the other bad side about these websites is the simple fact that they are tracking your searches. If you didn't realize, on both Yahoo, Bing, and Google, you can log in with your account. So if you've got a Yahoo email account or an Outlook.com or a Hotmail account or even a Gmail account, these accounts are set up with those websites for one specific reason, and that's to kind of track your identity and, of course, target ads for you. Now, I kind of gave you a hint as to where you should go when you're surfing the web, and that is DuckDuckGo. DuckDuckGo, obviously, it's got the moniker, tired of being tracked online? We can help. So if you do a search in DuckDuckGo, it will kind of keep your search information private because, again, even though the search engines of Google, Yahoo, and Bing offer the convenience of bringing up those searches, they are tracking those searches. So if you go to DuckDuckGo, I definitely will not track that information so that you can surf anonymously and not worry about people looking at your stuff. One of the other things that you can do other than using DuckDuckGo is my fifth tip, and we'll talk about that in just a second, which is to use incognito or private mode. And why is that so darn important? Well, one of the things that happens when you go to websites is that it records your cookies. And I had this conversation with someone the other day, and it was kind of hard to explain what cookies were. And so cookies, if you have to know what they are the files or tools that allow websites to see what it is that you're doing when you're searching online. So let's say you visit a website, and then a cookie, it will download a cookie onto your computer. And when you get access to another website, then the other websites will record where you've searched on the previous website. Now, so cookies don't hold any malicious information. The challenge is that the sites that drop cookies onto your browser can use those files or those cookies to monitor and see what you've done on other websites, which results into search engines and social media from targeting ads to you because they've known where you've searched on the web. Well, to prevent that, you can utilize incognito and private mode. And trust me, every browser's got this built in. So let's go back to the desktop, and as you can see, there's incognito mode in Google Chrome. So if you click on Google Chrome, then it gives you the option. Let's go over to the left here, and let's do it again. And as you can see, you can have the option for the new incognito window. Once you click on that, it'll open up this window here, and it says that you've gone into incognito browsing. Now, don't think that Chrome is the only search engine that has this option. You can do it as in different browsers as well. Let me switch back to me, and then we'll bring up the different browsers that has it available. So you can use it in Firefox. And let's open up Firefox real quick so that you can see that. There's Firefox. Simple matter of going to File and then going to New in Private window, and then it'll open up an in private window like so. Also, Microsoft Edge has this option, so you can just go to the hamburger menu on the far right-hand side of the screen and just choose in private window, and lo and behold, you'll get the in private browsing. And don't think that I have forgotten about you Macintosh users out there. Same thing. Just open up Safari. If I can click on the right one, you go to File, and then you get the new private window option, and it'll have private browsing option enabled. So it's pretty easy to do. Again, won't help prevent any of the cyber threats out there, but you definitely will have it so that the websites aren't tracking your cookies when you're visiting site to site, and will help keep a lower identity as well. Another thing that you can do, and I'll bring up the browser that allows this, is to utilize a VPN. A VPN will keep your identity safe and secure when you're surfing the web, and just to kind of give you an idea, a VPN stands for Virtual Private Network. So what it will do is it will mask your identity from your ISP and from other websites so that you can kind of keep your IP address safe, your location safe, and kind of surf anonymously without people knowing where you are and what you're doing. One of the easiest ways to use a VPN would be with the browser Opera. This is Opera up here. You can just click on the VPN link here and click on, and what will happen is the VPN will switch your IP address. You can also go down to this lower section here where it says Americas and say that you are surfing from Europe or Asia. That way you can mask your IP address a little bit more. Makes you a little bit more anonymous online. So Opera is the browser to use. Also, you have a VPN option with Firefox as well. So if you go into Firefox, you can turn on the VPN within Firefox and use that in order to keep your identity safe and secure when you're on the web. So number 6, let's see, 6. Yes, we're up to number 6, and that's to fact check what you find on the internet. There's a lot of fake accounts that are being created online in order to mislead you. You can see it on social media. Also, too, you'll get it in your browsing history depending on what type of stuff you're searching for. So always go to Snopes.com to check out and fact check and find out what's going on as far as real versus fake news, as they say. So there's Snopes. You can easily find anything on Snopes as far as if it's fake or not. Now, like most free websites out there, you are going to get the occasional ad that pops up, but you can quickly close that. Click on Snopes to fact check your information and make sure that what you're reading or seeing on social media or on the web is in fact true. Another website that you can go to is factcheck.org. If I can bring that up here real quick, I'll show you the website. And definitely go there and make sure that the information that you are seeing online is true. So check your facts online to make sure that you are getting the right information. And then finally, my last tip as far as making sure that you're not staying plugged into your devices and having search engines track your information is to take a day of unplugging and just disconnect from technology, period. Disconnecting from technology is very important. It's important you take a day or so to allow your mind to disconnect from technology and reconnect to the world around you. I think one of the best quotes I've read as a tech expert as far as disconnecting is that everything works better once you unplug it, including you. So make sure that you're taking a moment, a day, several hours just to disconnect from technology and reconnect to the world around you, because technology is good and technology should only be used as a tool. A tool for learning, a tool for education. Don't make it your whole life. Make sure that you unplug to allow you to recharge and disconnect from technology. So just to sum things up, yes, social media is good, but at the same time, what the companies are doing are bad. So make sure that you are taking steps to keep your identity safe, to keep yourself and your kids less addicted, and that you're training yourself to take a step back from technology so that you can reconnect and with the real world and kind of keep the electronic world from prying on you. So with that said, if you've got comments or questions, leave them in the comment section below. Would love to hear from you to find out what tech tips you'd like me to cover in future videos. And speaking of videos, be sure to subscribe, like, and share this video with all of your family and friends. Love the love and love to see more of you connect with us on social media, YouTube, and all of the other platforms out there. So with that said, I love technology. I've read all the manuals, and I'm serious about making technology fun and easy to use for everyone. Take care of yourself and do many things to make you smile, and thanks for watching.